All right, so Lego and Warner Brothers Interactive announced today that they are releasing a new game this fall called Lego Dimensions. This is their entry into the toys to life sort of genre of games that I guess Skylanders, Disney Infinity are in. There's the Nintendo Amiibo. I'm really excited about this. It seems really neat. It sounds like they've made their own tweaks to it that I think are going to be really advantageous to what they're doing. I'm really looking forward to it, but let's dive into some of the details. So they have stated that they're going to make it for PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and the Nintendo Wii. I was looking closely at some of these images, and what I find interesting is they each have different set numbers. So it looks like Lego is treating these, they are treating these as sets, and it does say that they have 269 pieces. This is the base that it comes with, and you actually build this. It'll come with all the separate pieces. You build this portal, you have the Batmobile, you have Batman, Gandalf, and Wild Style. They have said that they have a lot of different properties lined up for this, and what's neat about what they're doing here is that they're saying there's no limitations to how you can play with the characters in the different worlds. So you're going to have Lego Movie, DC Comics, Lord of the Rings, Back to the Future, Ninjago, and Wizard of Oz, all these things that they've announced so far. And you can sort of play them across the games, which I find really appealing because that was one of the things that was frustrating about Disney Infinity, which our family plays and loves, but it's very limiting on how you can, they want you to use it in very specific ways. When you get into the toy box, you can do whatever, but their Lego is saying you can do it sort of across the board, and it seems like it's actually a part of the story, which I think is really kind of fun. They're also saying, which I think is really exciting and is kind of another way that they can differentiate themselves from the competition, is they're saying that it's going to be compatible for years to come, and they're not going to require you to buy a new base set sort of next year for round 2 or the year after for round 3. They are saying right now that once you buy the base set, all the kits, the extra accessories and stuff, you can keep buying in the future, and they will stay compatible with the original base set. If they stick to that, I think it's a really smart move, because as much as we like buying these things and playing with them as a parent, as much as we like buying and playing with them with the kids, it is sort of exhausting, and it's expensive to have to rebuy a new base set and buy a new, so I hope that they stick to the compatibility thing. So anyways, I'm going to move on here. So they also announced, so in addition to the base set, at launch, these are the sort of packs that they're going to do. They have what they're calling a fun pack, a team pack, and a level pack. Now the fun pack should just be a character and some sort of vehicle or accessory, and they're saying those are going to run for $14.99. The team pack is a couple minifigures and then a couple sort of accessories or vehicles that you can bring into the game with you. They're saying that's going to be $24.99. And in the middle here, they're calling this a level pack, and this will come with a vehicle, some sort of accessory, and a minifigure, and then a whole new level to play in the game. So should have its own story, that sort of thing. Those are going to run for $29.99. So not cheap, but looks like a lot of fun, and I'm hoping you will be able to find these on sales at like Best Buy, Toys R Us, Target, that sort of thing, because they often do that for Disney Infinity, and I'm hoping this is sort of lumped into that same group regarding it going on sale, because if you're just paying retail price, it's going to be very expensive. Oh, and I forgot to mention the base set is going to be $100 out of the door, so you're already spending $100 for the base set. So there's that. They're saying it's going to release on September 27th. Again, like I said, for $100. They released a video today sort of explaining what it was. I'm not going to share that here, but they did post some screenshots of the game that I'd like to share and just sort of go through real quickly. So this is the Riddler, and it looks like an orc from Lord of the Rings. So this is kind of what I was saying earlier about they're not putting limitations on the world. It looks like the Riddler riding the giant fire dragon or whatever from Lord of the Rings. This is a great example of that as well. Here you have Marty McFly, you have the Witch from Wizard of Oz, and you have Gollum from Lord of the Rings. So you have 3 different properties here in the game at once, sort of playing out the story, which I think is really exciting. These are the 3 characters that come with the games: Wildstyle, Gandalf, and Batman. Here's Marty McFly and Batman, again, sort of mixing worlds. You have Ninjago in this shot with Lord of the Rings and Cyborg. It seems like really fun thing that they're doing here, sort of taking the restrictions off of it. I hope it functions and works well. And then this last one here, there's not an explanation as to who this guy is, but I'm assuming this is sort of the main bad guy in the game. They made some comment about someone sort of tearing down walls between the worlds, and my guess is this is the guy. So I'm going to go real quickly over all of the accessories that they announced that will be available at launch. So this is Unikitty Fun Pack, and she's going to come with the Cloud Cuckoo car. Then they're going to have a Bad Cop and Police Car Pack, Emmett and his excavator, and then the last one for Lego Movie, at least initially they're doing, is Benny and his spaceship. I think that one's a lot of fun, and I think that's also going to be pretty popular. As far as DC at launch, they're going to have Cyborg, and then like a giant, looks like a mech suit, which is really cool, Wonder Woman and her invisible jet. And then this one is actually a level pack. So this is the DeLorean, a hoverboard, and Marty McFly. So you get all 3, but you also are getting the actual game itself to play the Back to the Future level. This is a kind of a closer look of the toys that are going to be in it. I think this one's going to be popular too, because this was an ideas set a little while back that is out of print now. No, I'm sorry, this brand was, not these specific characters, but there was a Back to the Future DeLorean set that is out of print, and it was, I think, pretty popular, and so it's neat that they're bringing this back and kind of giving people another opportunity to get them. Here's the Ninjago Team Pack. So this is actually the larger, it's not a level pack, so you're not getting a Ninjago level with this, but you're getting Cole and Kai minifigures, you're getting the Boulder Bomber, and then a Blade Bike. This is Jay in a fun pack, so you get Jay and a Stormfighter. In this one, you get Zane and a Ninja Copter. And then this is Naya and a Samurai Mech, which looks pretty awesome. So those are the Ninjago ones that they're doing. They announced 3 Lord of the Rings sets, so this will be Gimli and an Axe Chariot. You'll have Gollum and Shelob, the giant spider, and then you can get Legolas and the arrow launcher. Those all seem really neat, and I think that'll be fun to play with. And then last but not least here, this is the Wizard of Oz set. It'll come with the witch and the winged monkey. This is, I think, worth noting too, that I think this is the first Wizard of Oz across the board for Lego. So they haven't had sets of that in the past, which is kind of neat that they're sort of debuting something new with this game. Those will be pretty neat. And just real quickly at the end here, I wanted to take a minute to speculate. So they did say that they will be releasing new level packs and characters and fun packs and stuff through 2016. They didn't say what those things are going to be though, and this was a picture that they posted on their website, and I feel like they're kind of teasing a little bit with this, because if you look closely on the top of the box, you can see a bunch of the minifigures and probably more on there, but you can't really tell what's going on. So I'm just speculating here. This is just for fun. None of this is official, but on the left here, the minifigure that has this yellow, red, and blue really makes me think it's Bart Simpson. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that maybe they're going to do a Simpson set. They have a license for the property already. I think it'd be really neat. You maybe get a Bart Simpson minifigure, and then I was just sort of thinking, what would they do for the vehicle or weapon or that sort of thing. And I remember back to the episode that they did. There was a Lego Simpsons episode last season called Brick Like Me, and Bart Simpson built this giant mech that's pictured here on the right. That would be a fun thing to do. So again, it's just speculation, but maybe they would do it. The other thing I was thinking was maybe since they have the license for Ghostbusters, they did this in an ideas set, kind of like Back to the Future. Maybe they would do a level with that. I know Sony is trying to get revive the franchise. I think there's a couple different films in the works, and I could see that possibly happening. Again, that's just speculation. And then also because now that there's Universal Studios has done Back to the Future with them, they've done Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, there's Jurassic World sets coming out and a Jurassic World video game. I was thinking, well, maybe they're starting to build a good reputation with them and they would expand on that. So just thinking outside of the box here, maybe they would add Jurassic Park to the game. Minions is a huge franchise for Universal, and I think they would do really well if they added, created some Legos of that. So I was thinking maybe we'd get some Minions. And the ones on the right here are maybe a little far-fetched, but I was trying to think what other franchises they have kind of coming out and are popular right now. There's a new King Kong film coming out in a few years, so maybe there's something to that. And then Fast and the Furious, I know seems like an odd one, but when you think about the fact that those films are PG-13 films, and a lot of other properties that Lego's already been doing, like Lord of the Rings, the Marvel stuff, Jurassic Park, those are all PG-13 films. I don't know, maybe it's not so far-fetched, but who knows? That's just sort of me thinking out loud. So there you have it. That was my speculation on what maybe they'll add. I'm looking forward to see what they'll do. We will be getting the game. So if you're interested in seeing more, please subscribe to our channel. We will unbox it on our channel, and we will have some gameplay videos and sort of walkthroughs, and hopefully we can share as much info as we can. So if you're interested in that, click subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please do us a favor and like the video, share it with your friends, and thanks for visiting. Take care.